Allison. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will be making a really easy Z-fold card, and I'll actually have a bonus card at the end for you. And both of these cards use the adorable new Little Smiles collection from Spellbinders. So look at these adorable cards. I am just loving these. So cute. All right, we're going to start off by making the actual Z-fold. So I have a piece of paper here that is 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm scoring it in half at 4.25 inches, just like you would a normal card base. I then flipped it over, and now I'm scoring at 2 1/8. So basically half of the 4.25 measurement, 2 1/8. Now I'm going to just fold it like I would a normal card base. And then that other half, I'm going to fold back onto itself. So making a Z-fold card is just super easy. You just start with a normal card base, normal A2 card base, and then fold that front flap in half back onto itself. So I'm going to do an actual horizontal Z-fold. You saw that I could have done a vertical one, but we're going to do a horizontal one. This first card is going to feature the Swinging Among the Stars set, and this is a cute little elephant. There's also a hippo that you can put in the little basket. And I'm trying to make sure that my elephant is below that middle fold line, because obviously it would be kind of hard if he were overlapping the fold. Now you can see the little strings that hold the basket underneath the star are not long enough. It's also paper, right? So I was trying to figure out what I could use to hold the basket and the star that would be more flexible and not have to be folded or scored. So right now what I'm doing is just taping the elephant and the basket in place so I know where my star would need to go in order to cover that, because when it's closed like this, you don't want to see the surprise that's inside. So again, I'm just making sure that the star covers the basket and that the whole thing is lined up, to where it makes sense. So when I'm happy with how it looks, I'm just going to tape the bottom of the star, because I need to glue the top of it to the top of this card base. So that was just kind of an easy way for me to do this, to tape the bottom down, put glue on the top, and now I can just press it down. So that bottom part of the star is not connected to anything. And now it folds perfectly. So now that I know the basket and the elephant are in the right place, I'm going to glue the elephant down first. And again, I need to make sure that his ears are just below that fold line. I don't want the ears to interfere with that fold. All right, I have some string here, and this is how I decided to connect the basket to the star, because it's flexible. So when the card is bending and folding, it's, the string will move, and yeah, that was my solution. So at first I used double-sided tape. This is my score tape. And I realized at this point that it was going to be hard to get tape underneath this star. It would have been easier had I not glued the star down already, but I need the string to be taut when this card is laying flat. So I decided I was going to use some tape to help me keep it nice and taut. Then I can fold the flap over and go ahead and use tape. Now at this point, the tape was kind of showing underneath the star, so I'm pulling it up. I grab my Gina K Connect glue, and I'm going to glue the string down. Now I'm just going to connect the second side and just temporarily taping in place so that I can come in with that glue. Because like I said, I had decided not to use the score tape anymore. So now I just need to connect the top of the other piece. So again, I'm going to tape the string down to keep it tight so I can glue the top. Now this piece of score tape I did leave in place. I'm just taking the release paper off, and now I can go ahead and glue the basket on top of the elephant. And now I can take the release tape off, or the tape, and look at that. It works perfectly. Now this cloud die is from the Bundle of Joy set. I will show you that on my second card, but I decided it would look cute in the bottom corner here, so I will just go ahead and glue that on. And there's some clouds that come with this set. And I'm just gonna, start filling in all of this empty space. All right, for the sentiments, we're going to use the BetterPress system. And I tape a piece of, it's like saran wrap, to my BetterPress plate just to keep it clean. That's why you see yellow tape on the sides of my BetterPress. Now this is the Little Smiles sentiments. It's a bunch of sentiments all on one plate. And this is the little ink pad that comes with your BetterPress system. It's just black ink. And the plate is being held down by the magnets on this BetterPress system. And I just took it to my die cutting machine, my Platinum 6, and ran it through, and there we go. There are all the sentiments. And there's a matching die. So I will go ahead and run that through the die cutting machine. And now I have all of these sentiments. And I'm going to pick this one, the Buckle Up for a Balloon-Filled Adventure. And I'm just going to make sure that you can see it when the card is closed. And here is the finished card. Now, the little stars are from the Bundle of Joy set. Again, you'll see that next. And I just wanted to show it fits in an A2 envelope. You pull it out and look at that. And obviously I filled in a bunch of stars and clouds, and I just think this is the most adorable card. And you saw how easy it was. I mean, it's super easy to make a Z-fold card, but once I figured out how to attach the strings, it could not have been easier. And completing the scene with the clouds and the stars just, really gave it the finishing touch it needed. All right, so here is the adorable bonus card that we're going to take a look at. And again, we're going to use the BetterPress system to make our background. This is the Falling Stars BetterPress plate. And I'm using Lemon Whip ink from Pinkfresh Studio on some pale yellow paper. I really wanted just a tone-on-tone, very muted look for this. And it's going to turn out really sweet. Now I wanted to show you a companion product for this plate. It is an embossing folder. This is a screenshot from the Spellbinders website. So where you see black, that's the BetterPress, and then where you see the embossed stars, it kind of fills in the empty spaces. But you can use each on their own. Like I'm going to use this one on its own. You can use the embossing folder on its own. They also come in a bundle. Now, speaking of bundle, here is the Bundle of Joy. There's the stork, the baby. Now you see I cut my yellow panel down with a scallop die. And now you've seen me do this before. I want these clouds to have that scallop border. I want the whole scene to fit within the scallop. So I'm just going to take the scallop die, and I'm going to run this cloud through my die cutting machine. And here we go. So there's this just weird little piece on the side that I'll trim off. And you see how it just conforms to the scallop rectangle now. So I've cut 2 more clouds. I have a yellow cloud at the bottom and another white cloud that's, at a different angle. And now I need my stork, the side of my stork, to have these scallops as well. So I just was fitting everything on here to make sure I liked how it looked. And now I'll fit my scallop die on top, and I'm going to tape the stork to the side and just pull the stork into the die cutting machine. And now he has little scallops on the side. All right, so I've glued all this stuff down, and some of it I've put some thin foam tape under just to build up these layers. And I just want to show you how I'm going to do this little bundle. So there are 2 pieces to the bundle, and here's his beak, bill, nose. I don't know, the long yellow thing. We're going to call it a beak. I want the back of the bundle to be behind his beak, because obviously if this thing is tied around the beak, you would have part of it in the back and part of it in the front. So I wanted to do that detail on my card. So I glued the back down, and then I glued the beak down, and now I can glue the baby on top of the back piece. And this baby is just so adorable. And now I can glue this top piece on top. And there's a little detail I'm going to glue on right here. Just, it kind of builds up the look of a knot. And then there's a little arm for the baby to be holding on to the bundle. And then, oh my gosh, look at this little hat. And even the stork has a hat. And there are socks that I didn't use. And there's a bow if you want to make a little girl. There's diaper. It's just the cutest set ever. And what's even better is that I have an occasion for this card. My cousin had a baby boy, so this will be going to him. And I don't normally have many occasions to give baby cards, so I was pretty excited to have this set to make this adorable card with. All right, that is it for me. I hope to be back with some more cards with this collection, because there is another die set with, I think I showed you in my last video at the end, there's like a little bunny driving a car. So I hope to be making a card with that. And I'll be sharing more over the month. So hopefully you'll be tuning in. I appreciate having you here as always. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.